Be sure to head on over to FusionGamingOnline.com and use code BuddyForce5 for 5% off. Hey buddies, it's Dylan.
And it's Minsu.
And welcome to another episode of us exposing decks on YouTube. If you guys don't know what it is, basically we find a deck that a Yugi tuber puts up, then we test it out on EDO Pro to see whether the deck is actually as good as they say. And as you guys can tell by my screen here, we are going to be looking at Trif Gaming this episode, and we're going to be looking at his new video, 7 Negates Without Pen Summoning WTF. It came out about a week ago. But yeah, and the reason I have Minsu here is because he knows so much more about Pendulum Magicians than I do. I would never be able to accrue the knowledge that he has about this deck. So I invited him along to do the replays and give his thoughts on the deck. So first things first, Minsu, what were your first thoughts after seeing the list that Trif posted?
First impression, I'd probably just say it's really standard. Like, it's Endymions, like the deck has been like around forever at this point, so like the deck's been figured out like for a while now. So all the ratios and everything seem pretty normal to me. And by looking at it, I figured that the deck could probably play pretty similar to how it did back when I was playing it. Yeah, I thought it was pretty normal. Like the tech choices I thought was neat. And yeah, I don't know, nothing too out of the ordinary.
Alright, so when you saw the title, 7 Negates Without Pen Summoning, were you a little skeptical? Were you like, okay, let's see where this is going?
It's Trif.
With that, we're going to take a look at the 10 replays, and then we'll get your final thoughts after. So, roll it. Okay, guys, so we just watched the 10 replays. Minsu, what are your final verdicts on the deck? How did it feel actually playing the deck?
Yeah. So like probably before I get into anything, I probably have to say I was like obviously really rusty with the deck. I haven't been playing much Yu-Gi-Oh recently. Mostly play because I like playing it physically. Like it's like a good excuse to hang out with friends and everything. And like with self isolation, that's not happening. But so obviously like especially the early ones, I definitely felt I messed up a few times. Like I was like missing like combo paths that like I saw afterwards. But I thought the deck functioned fine. It was what I expected. It was just like Endymion. It all the Endymion ups and downs. Like sometimes you just have like a pop off turn, and sometimes you don't. The deck needs like a payoff card, like an Abductor or a Servant plus spells, so it usually doesn't feel as good if you don't see like a combination of those. And like that's always been a big problem with the deck is like sometimes you see all pendulums and then you just don't get to like extend very much afterwards, or you have to like sacrifice your pendulum summon for your draw, but at that point you're not getting any additional negates because you don't have any more like ways of putting up big bodies on board anymore. And like all draw spells aren't as bad because then you can draw into those enablers, but obviously it doesn't feel as good because the enablers aren't getting powered up by the draw spells. Yes, and sometimes you just don't draw into like anything when you go into your draw combos. That's another problem. Or sometimes you draw into everything. Like obviously, one combo I really like though is like the instant fusion cross shape combo, like reviving Millennium Eyes off of cross shape and stuff like that. Like that, I thought was really good. And restage actually, I thought restage in terms of reviving Millennium Eyes, I thought that was like really good. The main, like I like that engine a lot. It's an extender. It like gets you to Magician's right hand, which actually was pretty good a lot of the times. Like there was a lot of times where I'd get super poly, but then they weren't playing around right hand, so right hand just negated the super poly, and you could never play around super poly beforehand, basically. So that was pretty good.
Would you say the deck is as broken or as busted as Trif makes it out to be? Or where do you think how competitive do you think this could actually be in terms of like tier 1, tier 2?
Obviously not tier 1. Like, you're not gonna beat Adamantimators or Eldritch with it, I think. Well, consistently. I think you can beat it. If you go first and you just set up your full board, I think you will probably beat it. The fact that you need like a low scale and a high scale skews consistency already, and it's not like old Magicians where you just have like it's a 40 card deck but every card basically does the same thing. It's not that anymore. I think probably tier 2. I want to say 2 or 3. High tier 3, low to middle tier 2.
Okay, so anyways, that's pretty much it. You guys be the judge. You saw the replays, you got Minsu's opinion, and you see the build. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll see you next time.